No, I think what's important is to recognise that not only is there a cost of living crisis, there's a cost of doing business crisis. I've seen small businesses, medium-sized businesses and big businesses really struggle over the last few years. The pandemic was really bad. The Brexit consequences have been really bad, but some tax policies of the previous government have been really bad as well. Hospitality is really important, not just to quality of life, but also to the joys of living in a city. More than 500,000 Londoners work in hospitality, so I welcome the announcement from Andy Burnham today. Generally speaking, I'm not somebody in favour of slagging off businesses. I'm a pro-business mayor. They all contribute in their own way. You have to make sure, though, that they're paying the right share of tax. What we don't want to see is people, finding clever devices to avoid tax. So I'm sure in the budget later on this year, you'll see from the new Chancellor policies to, encourage growth. But also to encourage jobs, wealth and prosperity as well.
One last question, if you may, very quickly. Have you spoken to Andy Burnham since he's taken office, and what do you make of his first days?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen each other face to face. We've texted. I think he's had a really good first few days. It's really important for him to build on the record of Keir Starmer in terms of trying to fix the foundations. The inheritance of Keir Starmer was awful, and he's building on that in the first 3 days in terms of the support he's given in terms of VAT relief, the support he's given in terms of people across the country in terms of the bus cap, still cheaper in London, and the support he's given today to those in hospitality from April. And I'm hoping over the course of the next few days and weeks you'll see more policies from Andy showing he understands the challenges individuals, families and businesses face and respond to that accordingly.
Right, perfect.
Cheers, man.
Thank you so much.
Well, at the start of this year, we set out the huge strides we'd made in reducing violent crime across the board, from homicides being at record lows to teenage murders being the lowest this century. And what we're announcing today is a significant reduction in neighbourhood crime. This includes robbery, theft, residential burglary, vehicle crime. 35,000 fewer of these crimes over the last year. That means 35,000 fewer victims. We've seen in the West End a 50% reduction in phones being stolen across London, a 13,000 reduction in phones being stolen, and that means fewer victims, which is so incredibly important. But as a consequence of City Hall investment and the police working incredibly hard, we are seeing more than 1,000 arrests a month. So to those doom merchants and those people who spread disinformation, misinformation and lies, we are one of the safest mega cities in the world.
So what would you say to those people?
We need both. We need more bobbies on the beat, and we need to also invest in technology. I mean, the Met Police Service over the last 100 years has invested in technology, whether it's fingerprint technology, whether it's the use of closed-circuit TV, whether it's the use of cars rather than bicycles, whether it's the use of live facial recognition. It's the proportional response that's required with the right investment, and it's really important to always have human beings. You can't beat the importance of human being walking the streets, getting the intelligence, making people feel safer, acting on the intelligence, making the arrests. All those things are really important. What we've seen, though, is a consequence of 14 years of austerity. We lost from the Police Service £1.1 billion from central government core grant. That's a third of our funding. So it'll take some time to get the police service back that money we need from central government. Good news, in the first 2 years we've had some support from the government. We welcome that. We want more support going forward as well. So what we've seen, we've analysed the sort of negative stories about London on social media. A combination of things are happening. We know that the way algorithms work is they amplify negative messages. They monetize some of these messages as well. So two things are happening. One is you're seeing bot farms across the world, from Vietnam to Sri Lanka, where people are churning out this negative stuff about London. Why? Because it makes them money. And secondly, you're seeing state actors, whether it's in Russia, China. We've seen MAGA-influenced actors in the USA spreading disinformation, misinformation and lies. I don't think individuals in respective cities, Paris, Berlin, Barcelona, Brussels, particularly want to be spiky about London. We collaborate much more than people think. But the social media companies need to wake up and recognise that the public won't stand for blatant disinformation, misinformation and lies. And I welcome the fact that, in America recently there's been 2 juries that are found against the social media companies, which is really important. If they don't act, regulation will come in very soon.
So we were very rarely in as a big team.
same, go down, go up.
They go up.
What's the issue?
The Palestine the protest. An operation where we tackle shoplifting. Because I don't know if you see it on social media or in the news where we always get shoplifters, they go into shops, steal about £100 worth of stuff and walk out and staff can't really stop them.
Individual items.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Just for me, just for 3, 2, 1. Got it?
And then are you happy to go now?
What's happy?
Have you got what you need?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Thank
okay,
you.
and then we're going to head back.
Thanks a lot.
Yes. We do know what the issue on such constant stopping control.
Are these mainly tourists or people?
Mainly tourists, yes.
How good is the CCTV? Or are they moving too fast for you guys?
They're too fast. Their face are always short.
Right.
So
We're just going to do
we
a
can
still
have
pics now, please. We just need a bit of space.
Let's go back. Once again, if you can look at me, that would be great. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thanks everyone, thank you.